Have you ever looked into your dog's eyes and just felt that deep, ancient connection? It's not just in your head. The bond between humans and dogs is one of the most incredible stories of coevolution on our planet, a tale tens of thousands of years in the making. But how did it all begin? How did a fearsome predator, the grey wolf, transform into the fluffy, goofy, loving companion snoozing on your couch right now? Let's rewind the clock and uncover the epic history of how dogs became our best friends. Our story starts deep in the Ice Age, a time of harsh landscapes and survival of the fittest. Early humans and grey wolves were both apex predators, often competing for the same prey like mammoths and giant deer. You might think this would make us sworn enemies, and for a long time we probably were, but something remarkable happened. It wasn't a single event, but a slow, gradual process that played out across Eurasia over thousands of years. The most widely accepted theory is the survival of the friendliest hypothesis. Imagine a pack of wolves lurking near a human encampment. Most are aggressive and wary, keeping their distance, but a few, perhaps the outcasts or the less dominant members of the pack, are a little bit bolder, a little less fearful. Maybe they're drawn in by the smell of roasting meat or the warmth of a fire. These less aggressive wolves would scavenge on the leftovers our ancestors left behind. Now, this was a huge advantage. They got a reliable food source without the danger of hunting. For our human ancestors, having these wolves around wasn't so bad either. They acted as a natural alarm system, barking at approaching strangers or other predators. They helped keep the camp clean by eating scraps. A symbiotic relationship began to form. The humans tolerated the friendlier wolves, and those friendly wolves survived better, had more pups, and passed on their less fearful genes. Generation after generation, this process repeated. The wolves that were best at reading human cues, the ones that weren't startled by our presence, were the ones who thrived. Over time, their physical appearance started to change. Skulls became smaller, snouts shorter, and teeth less formidable. This is a phenomenon known as domestication syndrome, where animals bred for tameness often develop floppy ears, curly tails, and spotted coats, features we find irresistibly cute. Essentially, we unconsciously selected for wolf puppy-like traits, both in behavior and looks. But when and where did this first happen? That's a hot debate among scientists. Genetic evidence points to multiple domestication events. Some studies suggest it started in Central Asia, others point to Europe, and some even propose it happened in both places independently, with the two lineages of dogs eventually meeting and mixing. One of the oldest confirmed dog remains, a 14,000-year-old jawbone found in Germany, was buried alongside two humans, suggesting a deep personal bond had already formed by then. This wasn't just a working animal. This was a companion, a member of the family. As humans transitioned from nomadic hunter-gatherers to settled farmers, the dog's role evolved to they were no longer just camp guardians and hunting partners. We began to selectively breed them for specific jobs. Need to protect your livestock. Let's breed the biggest, most formidable dogs to create early mastiffs. Need help herding sheep. Let's breed the most intelligent, agile dogs, the ancestors of our modern collies and shepherds. Need to hunt vermin in the granaries. The quick and tenacious terriers were perfect for the job. This intentional breeding exploded in diversity, from the sleek sighthounds of ancient Egypt, bred for chasing down gazelles in the desert, to the powerful Molossian hounds used by the Roman army in warfare. Dogs became specialized tools, custom designed for human needs. They pulled sleds in the Arctic, hunted birds, and provided companionship for royalty. Ancient art, from cave paintings to Egyptian hieroglyphs, is filled with depictions of dogs, showcasing their integral role in human society. The relationship wasn't just practical, it was emotional and spiritual. In many ancient cultures, dogs were seen as guides to the afterlife. The Egyptian god Anubis had the head of a jackal or dog and was the guardian of the dead. In Greek mythology, the three-headed dog Cerberus guarded the entrance to the underworld. This reverence shows just how deeply dogs were woven into the fabric of our lives, our beliefs, and our stories. Fast forward to the Victorian era in the 19th century, and something new happened: the rise of the dog fancy. For the first time, people began breeding dogs not for work, but for their appearance. This is when the idea of purebred dogs and breed standards really took off. Dog shows became popular, and the incredible variety of breeds we see today began to be formally established, from the tiniest Chihuahua to the towering Great Dane. This explosion of shapes and sizes was driven by aesthetics and the desire for a specific kind of companion. This is also when the concept of the dog as a pet, in the modern sense, truly solidified. With industrialization and urbanization, fewer people needed working dogs. Instead, they wanted a friend, a source of unconditional love and comfort in an increasingly complex world. Dogs moved from the barnyard to the backyard, and then right into our living rooms and onto our beds. And here we are today. The journey from Ice Age wolf to modern-day Pomeranian is a testament to the power of partnership. Through brain imaging studies, we now know that when we gaze into our dog's eyes, both our brains release oxytocin, the love hormone. It's the same hormonal bonding that happens between a mother and her child. This chemical connection is the biological proof of a bond forged in firelight tens of thousands of years ago. So the next time your dog greets you at the door with a frantically wagging tail or rests their head on your lap, remember the incredible journey they took to get there. They are living history, a furry, four-legged link to our deepest past. They are not just our best friends. They are our oldest friends, a partnership that has helped shape humanity itself. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the history of our canine companions. If you loved this story, give this video a like. And be sure to subscribe for more fascinating journeys into the past. And hey, go give your dog a hug for me.